Hi, my name is Carol Icarius, and I'm the Executive Director for the Coalition for the Upper South Platte. We're a watershed group working in the 2,600 square mile watershed southwest of the Denver metro area in Colorado. In 2002, our watershed was home to the Hayman fire. It was Colorado's biggest fire ever, burning 137,000 acres. But one good thing came out of that fire, the Trees for Trout program. Trees for Trout is a program that uses trees from the burn in rivers to restore habitat and to control erosion along banks. The trees are actually used as structures, and they stabilize the bank by putting a root ball directly into the bank to hold it. The trees are then anchored down into the river. They force the water flow to go back into the main part of the river, to get back into the center of the channel, into an area known to scientists and hydrologists as the thalweg. So they put all that energy back there and help control that. They also provide habitat for the trout and for microorganisms that eat the tree as it decays over many, many years. So the Trees for Trout program was really novel because it's the first time anyone had ever used trees out of a major fire like the Hayman for river restoration. Here we are at the Pike National Forest, where we harvested trees for the Trees for Trout project. Hayman was a terrible fire. It burned 137,000 acres, and much of it, like you see around me, trees just totally burned to dead, nothing left. And we had all these trees, and we looked and said, why can't we put these trees to good use? So a big fire like this is terrible for habitat issues, really does damage for water quality, takes away fisheries. But there was a silver lining to this in that we could take burned trees and we could create habitat and improve the watershed for fish and for people. This hole shows where we've actually taken a tree out of the ground, and in Trees for Trout, we didn't want to just cut these trees off like someone would cut a tree for firewood. We wanted to actually get the root ball and all, because that goes into the bank of the river and helps hold the tree into the bank and helps keep the bank itself stabilized.
Okay, we're headed up to the Trees for Trout site here in 11 Mile Canyon. We're going to do some fly fishing up there and hopefully hook into some nice big fish. Hi, my name is Matt Matwijik, and I'm a forester with CUSP, the Coalition for the Upper South Platte. Today we're going to be out fly fishing at the Trees for Trout project area. Now you'll see the fish kind of move around too. There he goes. Yeah.
Oh, that's a no.
So we're here at a structure that was installed. This, I believe, is called a J-hook structure. You can see the large diameter ponderosa pine tree that was harvested from the Hayman burn area. You can see at the end of the structure is a couple boulders that form the hook of the J, and when the water comes funneling through there, it gives the trout a great place to gather and to eat.
Trees for Trout is actually a long-term project for us. It's about the future as well as today. These trees have been planted in the Hayman fire by tens of thousands of volunteers who've put in hundreds of thousands of hours to help recreate the forest that was once here, and perhaps someday this tree will go in a river and help trout.